Hello, I am Heather Fox, founder of She Is Fox, and I help visionaries cut through the delusion, the falsities of life, and just to help anchor them back into their truth, help them see their truth, which is really their most magnetic self. So one thing I wanted to share with you today is something that I've been sitting with for quite some time, and to say it plainly, like I'm done creating content the old way. I'm done trying to keep up. I'm done trying to stay visible or performing and creating to stay visible with the intent to stay visible, and trying to contort my information to fit into some subtitle or reel or caption, because none of it truthfully ever felt like me. So I'm really proud of myself and glad that I tried many different ways to fit or figure out what worked. But the truth is that creating to create or to be consistent or to be visible, like none of it is truthfully me. And so it was completely out of alignment with me, and it didn't feel like me. It never did, and it still doesn't. So we're not going to do that anymore. So I just recognize like there's this pressure in the online space to be everywhere all the time. And so what do people do? We create constantly. But the more I did that, the more I felt like I was diluting my truth, diluting my energy, diluting my presence, diluting my magnetism, because I was just like, okay, what do we have to create next? And then create that and create and create and create. And while there was truth in what I was creating, it wasn't fully like me, because I was thinking, oh, I haven't posted in a while, I need to go post, or I haven't created a reel and I need visibility. So all of that. So in my reflections of all this, one thing that I noticed is that content creation, as it's taught to us, is about staying in front of people's eyes, staying visibility. But what I want to remind people of, because we already all know this, is that leadership is about speaking when you have something real to say. That's where it all started. We started to speak when we had something to say, and then somewhere along the line, because of the algorithms or whatever else, we're like, oh, in order to stay relevant and visible, we have to keep creating. And so we kind of lost our way with that versus sharing when we had something really just potent and magical that we wanted to share with the world. So I've just learned this through my own exhaustion, my own experimentation, my own misalignment, and thankfully back to my own clarity, is that I am not here to be consistent. It's not in my nature anyways, and I'm here to be clear. So clarity doesn't come on command. I can't just every Tuesday I'm going to drop this. No, I need spaciousness and stillness. And that's where these things drop in, and the potent magic, the transformations, the transmissions, the activations are in the stillness. And so I've really just taken a pause to really claim that I'm not going to play the visibility game. Do I want visibility? Of course I do. But the reason I want the visibility is because I want to help people see their own truth. I want them to see how freaking amazing they are. And when I can mirror that back to them through their guides or through just me helping them shift a perspective or see something, that is so powerful. That's why I want visibility, not to say oh, people know my name, or because I have this many followers, or whatever that is. So I'm not trying to win the visibility game, and I'm only speaking when I'm anchored into my truth. And that's my commitment to myself and you. So that's exactly why I created Channel 1. So Channel 1 is a new private audio space, which I'm so excited about. It's a place where I will just speak when its truth is activated within me. And so it'll just be this combination of transmissions and activations and truth and perspective paradigm shifts that really are the aha moments. They're the things that are found and seen and heard in the stillness, and that by sharing them with you can create that activation within you and just break this open, separate this, move that, shift this, that truly starts to transform your life. And so I'll drop in weekly, I anticipate. Sometimes it might be a couple times a week, sometimes it might not be anything that week. But drop in with these audio transmissions that are just short and potent. There's nothing you have to do. There's no homework. There's no journaling. It's just listening and activating. You listen when it feels right and it activates, and just trusting your knowing of what episode to listen to when. It is purely activation, transmission, and paradigm shifting from our thoughts perspective, because don't even get me started on how society has influenced our perspectives and how harmful that can be to our truth and us living into our truth. So if you're craving less noise and just more resonance, more truth, and just leading yourself without being fed the constant like, hey, here's how to do this, or here's what you need to do. And I say that, I probably shouldn't say it that way, but I don't mean it as derogatory. I just mean like at sometimes you're like, I'm full, like I'm tapped out on that stuff. And there are times where that is helpful for me. That is not what this is. This is just activation, resonance, and listening. So if that's where you are, this is where we start with channel 1. I'll drop the link in the I want to say show notes, but in the caption below. Right now, if you're seeing this as it airs in May of 2025, you can get on the wait list, and there is a special gift I have for everyone who's on the wait list who chooses to sign up. And if you're seeing it after we've launched, targeting June of 2025, but I move with intuition, so we'll see when it feels right. Then I'll update the link so you can sign up and check it out if you desire.